Welcome to the home of WWE news, rumors, and gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, SeanzViewEnt.
And an unprecedented update coming out on Monday Night Raw last night, and something nobody expected or anticipated. You want to talk about shock. You want to talk about coming out of the left field. You want to talk about coming out of nowhere. Kind of like the RKO. We got some breaking news, some startling news, some huge developments coming out of World Wrestling Entertainment. Remember, for more videos like this, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, hype up the video, and turn on all notifications. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been diagnosed. It has been said, it has been read, it has come from the person themselves. A huge diagnosis coming in WWE that happened recently. During an interview, it was discovered that top WWE name was diagnosed with autism, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this time. And this is confirmed. Cathy Kelley, the interviewer, the on-screen personality, Cathy Kelley, diagnosed with autism coming out of Monday Night Raw. She said the following: I think it's just a different side to me being on camera. I was recently diagnosed with autism, and I recognize that it changes a lot of the social dynamics that I have. I feel like it's a little bit more than a typical person would be. So when I say introverted, that's what she means. I feel like it's a little bit more than a typical person would be. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on Cathy Kelley being diagnosed with autism. Being on a spectrum, perhaps. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of different variables that can go into this. This can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Now, what are your thoughts and your opinions? Do you know someone that deals with autism? Do you have autism? Is it something? Do you know anybody in your family, your friends that have this? Ladies and gentlemen, this is obviously a big talking point, and I want you all to go watch, back by popular demand, the Raw review. Go watch a video before this one. I gave a full-length 29-minute Raw review and rant. You do not want to miss that video. Go check it out right now after this video. But it's actually the video before this one. It might be even up on the left-hand or the right-hand corner of the video, one of the corners of the video. Go check out my Raw review. I put my heart, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into that video. A lot of people wanted the Raw review to return. I'll be honest, YouTube yesterday, I don't know if there was a glitch. I don't know if they were working on the website, but the video really didn't get pushed out, so I would appreciate if everybody goes and watches my Raw review, at least the first 10 to 15 minutes of it, because it is long, it is thorough, it is in-depth, and I try to give you the very best of what I have to provide to you. But ladies and gentlemen, there is absolute anarchy going backstage, ladies and gentlemen. I need to drop absolutely everything you are doing right now because a double-barreled corporate bomb has just completely exploded backstage after Monday Night Raw on Netflix last night, and the fallout is threatening to tear the entire TKO era completely apart at the seams. We are talking about total, absolute anarchy behind the scenes. The rumors and the gossip are flying across the internet right now and are completely unprecedented. On one side, we have claims that Liv Morgan, fresh off a spectacular, chaotic victory, has been axed, canceled from the Queen of the Ring tournament due to a massive back alley corporate dispute, ladies and gentlemen. Is Triple H completely losing control of his own locker room, or is TKO's ruthless boardroom stepping in with an iron fist to clear out anyone who stands out of line while they fight multi-billion-dollar shareholder lawsuits in Delaware court over the next 13 minutes? We are going to we're going to take you completely behind the curtain. That's exactly. We're going to go behind the curtain. We're going to expose it. We're going to leak it. We are exposing the raw numbers, the secret contract clauses, and the corporate reality that WWE desperately does not want you to see. Do not click away. Do not skip a single second of this video because every single piece of this puzzle connects. Hit that subscribe button right now, and let's blow the lid off this chaos. We're going to start off with Liv Morgan. There was a lot of complaints. There was a lot of comments online made. There was a lot of criticisms. There was a lot of backlash about Liv Morgan being a part of the Queen of the Ring in the first place, that she shouldn't have been there, that she had no business in it. Not only did she have no business in it, but she actually ended up winning, and she's going to go on. She's going to go on to the semifinals. She's going to advance in the King of the Ring tournament, the Queen of the Ring tournament, whatever you want to call it. Let's start with the Liv Morgan bombshell because this situation makes absolutely no sense, 0 sense on paper until you dig the corporate politics. Just last night on Raw, Liv Morgan pulled off an absolute miracle. It was a chaotic fatal four-way match with Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green. Alexa hit Sister Abigail. Becky breaks it up with a manhandle slam. Chelsea hits the unprettier, and right as Chelsea is about to steal the win, Liv rolls her up into a jackknife pin to secure the 1-2-3. It was an incredible win, keeping the tournament hopes alive. She punched her ticket straight to the semifinals to face the winner of the SmackDown bracket, but immediately after the camera stopped rolling, the backstage rumor mill went into absolute overdrive, claiming that Liv is out of the tournament. Why? Because of a massive creative and corporate paradox. Liv Morgan is already the women's world champion, so she already had no business. And again, guys, go check out my Raw review before this video. According to the official rules laid out by the Game Triple H, the winner of the Queen of the Ring tournament receives a guaranteed world title match at SummerSlam. Do you see the problem there? If Liv Morgan wins the crown, she essentially wins a shot against herself. Reports are circulating that TKO executives looked at the analytics and realized that this booking direction creates a massive narrative dead end. Speculation claims that behind the scenes, a fierce corporate debate started. Do they force Liv to relinquish her spot to protect the logic of the tournament, or do they let her dominate everything? Now, if you look at the sensational tabloid reports coming out today, fans are convinced that she's being quietly pulled to avoid an absolute creative train wreck. But hold on to that thought. There might be a rumor that goes out that says she was injured, or that she's hurt, or that she can't go on, Liv Morgan. But hold on to that, because the real reason behind these sudden panic moves is tied to something much darker happening in WWE's financial department, which we are uncovering in just a few moments. Now let's pivot to the absolute nuclear explosion of the evening, viewers, fans, and subscribers. We all saw what LA Knight said, and we all saw what he said and what LA Knight did on Raw last night. Is there a backstage heat on him? You do not want to miss the next video. That's why it's so important to click the bell, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and hype up this video. But ladies and gentlemen, huge update on LA Knight. But if you want to know, viewers, if you want to know why management is acting so erratically, pulling stars from tournaments and handing down alleged bans, you have to realize WWE's parent company, TKO Group Holdings, is currently fighting for its absolute life in a Delaware courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a deep breath and look at the actual data to separate the internet clickbait from the cold, hard reality. Is Liv Morgan actually banned from the Queen of the Ring tournament? Is LA Knight actually exiled from the WWE after his promo last night? And the autism matter with Cathy Kelley. Let's deliver a massive reality check for the viewers, the fans, the subscribers. First, regarding Liv Morgan. WWE's internal metrics show that her heel run as Women's World Champion is pulling massive digital engagement. Having her in the Queen of the Ring tournament isn't a mistake. It is a deliberate narrative hook. WWE wants the drama of a champion trying to hoard all the accolades, specifically setting up a massive internal Judgment Day explosion with Raquel Rodriguez down the line. She isn't canceled. She is the centerpiece of the division. But ladies and gentlemen, the bottom line here is very clear. And remember, to get more videos like this, subscribe for free. WWE is navigating some of the most volatile, high-stakes corporate court battles in television history. But inside the ring, the creative team is doing exactly what they need to do to keep the internet talking 24/7. What I want to hear from you is TKO's corporate pressure. If TKO's corporate pressure did force a massive roster change, who do you think is completely safe and who is in danger? Are you glad that Liv Morgan is marching forward in the Queen of the Ring, or should she be canceled from the Queen of the Ring? Should Liv Morgan be pulled from the Queen of the Ring? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your sentiments on all of that, because we rely on each and every one of you. But ladies and gentlemen, here on Sean View, we go above and beyond as Vince McMahon actually reached a last-minute deal. It was a last-minute deal to avoid trial in the WWE shareholder lawsuit. Also, Keith Lee's AEW return was discussed internally after long absence. WWE Money in the Bank canceled, pulled, and now scheduled to yet another date. It has been changed once again, the Money in the Bank. And boy, does Rey Mysterio ever age? Does he ever get older? Rey Mysterio is like a fine wine. He only improves with time. Did you see what Rey Mysterio accomplished? What Rey Mysterio did last night on Monday Night Raw? Even though coming up on the losing end, he gave an extraordinary performance against the Intercontinental Champion Penta. Also, former WWE president reveals how company survived 2008 financial crisis. WWE had to make some painful moves when the 2008 financial crisis hit, and former WWE CFO George Barrios is now explaining how the company survived that 2008 crisis. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Cathy Kelley reveals that she was recently diagnosed with autism. The WWE backstage interview spoke about it during that interview. Also, The Godfather accuses, remember Godfather, Papa Shango, accuses Amazon driver of stealing expensive packages from his home. And along with saying that she has autism, Cathy Kelley addresses WWE in-ring future after taking a bump during the Raw brawl. And Cathy Kelley reveals her current dating situation, as well as, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this one, Booker T, the five-time WCW champion, sucker. Booker T shuts down idea that he hates AEW. What company do you think is on top of the world right now? What company is better? What company is cooking? And what did you think about Raw last night? I want your Raw review. I want your feelings about Raw. I want your comments. I want your opinions. What did you think about the red brand of Raw last night on Netflix? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, because without you, there is no show. And we bring you guys to the forefront. We make sure that you get the most in-depth, the most exclusive, the most elusive. Show and Entertainment will catapult you to new levels and new heights, to the excitement of each and every one of you. That is the intangibles here on Sean's View Entertainment. Subscribe, click the bell, turn the notifications on. Remember to always search up my name, Sean View, on YouTube, because you do not want to miss a second. You do not want to miss a moment of what I'm going to present to you and what I'm going to give to you in real time. And as you know, if it's not brash, it's absolute trash. So I ask you about Monday Night Raw last night. Was it brash or was it trash? Subscribe.